Some of us have worked from the beginning of the pandemic, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. And those people are just absolutely stellar. But we'll bring more people back. That's what we want to do. We want to bring our campus population back to our buildings and back to our grounds. As we do that, we have to provide the same coverage and same options to individuals there as we have to date. We are going to get it ready and have it waiting. So for housekeeping, like for example, those individuals, we work with the leadership within facilities to provide all the resources they need. It may not be as simple as just a face covering though. It might need some heightened level of personal protective equipment depending on what they're doing. So if they're working with a hazardous material or even a bloodborne pathogen, there are certain levels of protective equipment that we provide as well as training. So all of that will be readily available for those individuals. Emergency management and mission continuity partners with procurement services. And procurement business services really is the conduit to get those to campus. So there's an online form. People go in, they request the number of face coverings per the number of people. Right now, the model is to provide 5 face coverings per individual, and there's a care and wear protocol, so they extend the life of those. So the face coverings that we have for campus now are a purchased product from an outside vendor. But the campus has been super savvy in building a relationship and partnership with the Nonwovens Institute. We are so fortunate to have a product that's being produced on NC State's campus. In addition to face coverings, we have hand sanitizer available, but there are really 2 modes of thinking. Hand sanitizer in a stanchion, meaning like a freestanding individual station, but we really want hand sanitizer to be available for other purposes. So the same request form for face coverings also gives you hand sanitizer. We're partnering with BTech to extend how much hand sanitizer we have for the university. That partnership, having someone on our own campus that can produce this product, is really going to give us a step up in resources. In certain work areas, we also have installed barriers, actually plexiglass, both fixed and movable, so that people have the opportunity to work behind a barrier.
The biggest way that staff will interact with us is through the contact tracing program. And that is when individuals report whether they have been tested and have been told that it's positive, or have been given the diagnosis of coronavirus, even if they haven't had a test, if they were given that diagnosis by their healthcare provider. They would self-report through the website, and that can be found on the Protecting the PAC website or on the Student Health Service website for employees. And then one of the contact tracing program team, all of whom are healthcare providers, will reach back out to them, get them registered, and then talk to them about who they might have been in contact with while on the campus for the time period that they were sick, or for 2 days before that. There may be times when we don't have a very clear idea who the person has been in contact with, like the Wolf Line bus driver, or somebody maybe working a tally, or even somebody who sits at a front desk in a public-facing desk. And then in that case, if we can't be sure, we might put out a message to campus to say, if you rode this bus line on such and such a day between such and such a time, please call us and we can try to work with that.
All of the preparation measures the university has undertaken so far for the pandemic is really to minimize the risk of exposure and potentially COVID-19. But in situations that people do manifest with the illness and test positive and they go home to self-quarantine, that's for everybody's best interest. Take care of yourself, take care of the PAC. While you're gone, there are leave provisions in place that you can take advantage of. Work with your supervisor, work with human resources, make sure you're aware of the options. The Family First Coronavirus Leave is an opportunity that everyone has, and you can maximize being out, taking care of yourself, family members, whatever's necessary. And while you're there protecting care and taking advantage of the leave system, your university position is just waiting for you to return.